Hello everyone, this is your host Vaibhav. In today's session of Daily Stock, we are going to take a look on a very progressive company which is also progressing very fast, and the name of it is Progressive Corporation. This is a company based in the United States. Its major focus area remains United States, and in last few quarters, it has done phenomenally well. It has seen its business progress. It has seen its stock valuation progress, and on most of the metrics, it is seeing progress. And you can call it a truly progressive company. The insurance sector in which it operates, it has tried to innovate and offer various products in a bundled format. So you can go for the different insurance products in a bundle, and you can then save on the combo, save on the combination of that. So it has become hugely popular in the United States. In this quarter, the company's business has progressed and it is seeing growth in quarter on quarter as well as in year on year terms. And we will see how its finances are looking at the moment to see if there are emerging opportunities for us to trade and invest. There is the report released on April 12th, 2024. If you go through the report, you will see that its net premium return has gone up by 18%, whereas the net premium earned is up 19%. But then, if you take a look on the net income, that is a different story because there is growth of 421%. That means its earnings have more than quadrupled in this period, and this is what is driving its valuation higher and higher in last few quarters. There is one key thing to take note of is also that it has converted its monthly accounting calendar to align with the Gregorian calendar. So that is going to cast some impact for the comparative purpose, not a material impact. But if you have to do a comparative analysis, then you have to keep this in mind. Now let us take a closer look on the income statement of the company. Here we don't really have the comparison done, and that is simply because the new changes it has adopted. But let us go below in this report and see we have comparative numbers as well. And here we have year to date performance for 2024 and 2023, because we can't really do a quarter on quarter or year on year comparison because of the changes it has done in the accounting period. We simply have to rely on this metric of comparing year to date performance for these two different years, the last year 2023 and current year, the ongoing year of 2024. You can see that in the net premiums return, it has seen increase in double digits. The growth is in double digits. We have already seen that its earnings, its revenues have gone up 18 to 19%, and that is what is visible here. Then, if we deduct the expenses, we arrive at income before income taxes, which is up quite a lot. It's now almost touching 3 billion US dollars from just half a billion a year back. And on this higher income, there is a higher tax also, as the income has gone up almost sixfold. The income tax has also gone up almost sixfold from 100 million odd to now 600 million plus. But still, even on these higher income tax deduction, we still have a tremendous growth in the net income from 448 million to now 200, sorry, not 200, it is 2.33 billion in net income. So the income has gone up from below half a billion to now almost close to 2.4 billion. I'm not being precise here, but approximation, and it gives us a good idea of what is unfolding in the company's business. All this growth has also fueled the optimism in the investors' base for the Progressive Corporation's shareholders. It has seen remarkable rally in the last few quarters. Now the question is if the increased valuations are justified by the kind of gains which we are seeing in its business operations. And I feel even though there has been already increase in valuation, we still have scope for it to rise further as the gains are still accruing. And in the remaining part of this year, I am expecting the revenue growth to continue. And these company, the Progressive Corporation, is likely to continue to gain share in the insurance market. Here, this is the computation of net income and comprehensive income per share. We are not going to go into the details of this report. And now we have supplemental information. Let us omit it as well. We don't really have the cash flow statement at hand, but my understanding of the cash flows looking at these various statements from the company is that the company has gone its operating cash flow has gone up, its investment cash outflow is on the higher side, but it is not really impacting its cash flows much. It has now a lot more cushion because of the better operating cash flows. It has seen the company's efficient handling of the money it had in the prior year has resulted in a lot better finances this time around, even though it has also earmarked higher amount for the investment purpose. Still, it is quite comfortable from the point of view of having liquidity at hand. For the finances, it has adopted a prudent approach. It has not really gone for any aggressive financing decision in the last quarter. Now we turn our gaze to the technical side of the story to see if there are emerging opportunities for us to trade and invest. This is a Progressive Corporation's share price movement over last few weeks, last few months, depending on the kind of time horizon you have. You can go back in time and see how things have unfolded in the recent past for the Progressive Corporation. This is the spike immediately after the release of its earnings for the first quarter of fiscal year 2024, in which it has reported gains on most of the parameters, and the share also gained. The share price was trading on the higher side. It couldn't really sustain, and by the end of the session it was not very different from where it had closed in a prior session. But now after these 2-3 sessions we get a clearer sense that if we compare its prior closing price and now in today's session it is trading close to 210. At one point in time it had even crossed about 210, but it gave up those gains and now it is a little shy of 210. But cumulatively speaking, over last 2 to 3 trading sessions we have seen that the trajectory has been positive, the trajectory has been bullish, and that is the key marker of the investor's sentiment. If it is able to see positive reaction from the market on a sustained basis that gives you much more confidence for the prospects of the share price of Progressive Corporation over next few weeks. And in this kind of environment, I feel if your view is purely short term, then of course you will have to take into consideration these immediate swing lows. And if you are going to go for a long trade over next few sessions, then adopting a buy on dips approach is a prudent idea, I think, and for that you need to watch out for the immediate swing lows and try to make sure that the formation is of higher highs and higher lows. And if you have to consider the price formation over the last few days, you can see that there was this deep move on the lower side towards 101, 201, and from there on there was spike towards 210. So for next few sessions, watch out the price area around 205 if the share price doesn't really decline much, and even in a corrective phase if the price is contained anywhere close to 205 206 price band, and from there on if it starts to show the signs of further move on the higher side, we can then decide to trade and invest on the long side with the expectation of it eventually crossing above 212, which is its immediate swing high established in the first week of the month. And I feel over next few sessions the momentum remains bullish, and in this environment it is better for us to go with the flow and keep looking for the opportunities to go long. And as I said, for that the risk reward ratio needs to be on our side. The odds also needs to be in our favor. So if we pay attention to these two aspects, we are pretty much likely to end up on the winning side. And even if our analysis go wrong and we end up on the losing side, we will be losing not less money if we have adopted a prudent risk reward ratio and taken the possible measures to limit losses in the eventuality of we being on the wrong side of the story. For medium term, we will have to enlarge the candlestick time period, and now I have gone for daily as our chosen candlestick time period, and in it you can see the way it has rallied from the 150 levels to now trade about 200. That means over last 3 to 4 months it has seen its market cap rise around one third to 40%, and that's a phenomenal journey for any company, and it is not really showing the signs of stopping just yet. But on these elevated levels we will have to be cautious and adopt a prudent approach. I'm not saying that it is starting to go on the lower side or it is going to turn bearish from here onward, but we do have to keep in mind that it might even go sideways. So, keeping that eventuality in mind, I feel you need to allow it more time, maybe a couple of weeks of consolidation will give us a clearer picture, and then we can trade and invest on either side depending on the kind of price formation is there at that point in time. So my suggestion here is for next few weeks, adopt a wait and watch approach. Pay attention to the kind of price formation developed over the said period, and if the price doesn't really decline much and is contained in the eventuality of bearish move within the price band of 180 to 190, we can then try to initiate a new long trade if it starts to show the spurt on the upper side after due consolidation. So that is my view for the medium term. Now in the long term, the things are similarly bullish. In the July, of 2023, its market price was around 111, and from that now it has gone close to 211. That's almost doubling of the share price over a year. And in this kind of scenario, it is always better to not go too aggressively in the company's shares for going long, for going for a newer investment at the current valuation. Maybe if you allow it to stabilize and eventually over next few months, if the pattern remains bullish and we don't really have any strong decline in next few months, then I feel we will be in a better position to invest it from the long-term perspective and capitalize on its bullish undertone. So for all the three different time horizons, the underlying momentum remains bullish. Only it is a matter of time before you get optimum opportunities to trade and invest in the medium term to long term. In the short term, you can keep a close eye, and I feel opportunity is pretty much likely to emerge over next few sessions. But for medium term, long term, you will have one of the wait and watch approach for next few weeks, which might even extend to next few months. So that's all from my side for today's session, where we discussed the quarterly report for the Progressive Corporation, which is indeed progressing quite fast. And the things on the technical side as well as on the fundamental side are looking quite solid. The only thing which we need is a optimum risk reward ratio, and I feel we are pretty much on the winning side. Now, if you have found the session informative and useful for your trading and investment decisions, do like and subscribe to the channel. You can access similarly informative videos by me as well as by other technical analysts available on the platform. See you next time around. Till then, have a fabulous day ahead, a profitable day ahead. Goodbye.